If I were to witness a musical event in classical music history, it would definitely be the premiere of The Rite of Spring by Igor Stravinsky. The piece first premiered in that theater. I don't remember the name, but that theater where the classical music riots broke out, and that was when Igor Stravinsky first premiered the piece. One of the most famous ballet dancers and choreographers of all time was a Russian ballet choreographer. His last name was Nijinsky, and he started the premiere of the piece in that theater, and it had about maybe a couple of productions, I would say about 10 or 12 productions that year, and then the piece didn't perform until 20 years later in the 30s, where it went under many revisions, and it didn't even really perform until probably the 1980s, and then so on and so forth. And now it's been revitalized a little bit, but you could kind of say that the piece hasn't really been continuously performed for over 70 years, from 1913 to the 1980s. A couple weeks ago, I had the opportunity to play Rite of Spring in Symphony Hall. I played the principal timpani part. Playing the part was amazing, it was challenging, it was very difficult. It definitely has stimulated my development as a musician because of the level of difficulty and challenges that the pieces impose, especially on the timpanist. Many of the sections within the music are very exposed. There are some parts where it's just the timpani and then the background, the part where yum bum 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 bum. The timpanist has to be right there, locked in the tempo, and if there's any slight bit of hesitation, the timpanist could either drag, rush, and I mean that's the case with many pieces, but it's not as extreme as Rite of Spring, because the only other instrument or individual that's helping you is the conductor and the violinist on the upbeats. So that part has to be completely locked in. Now, one last thing that I wanted to mention is I would love to witness the premiere of that back in time, because the piece was so challenging even now, but for its time an orchestra could barely get through the piece, and that's what caused the riots, because Stravinsky wanted it to sound terrible. He wanted not riots to break out, but he wanted, the belligerence of the piece. And to experience that, and when performing, I could feel his emotions being evoked within the music. And it was almost like while I was playing the timpani part, I was Stravinsky writing the music, and it's influenced me because I also want to become a composer when I grow up, and Stravinsky's musical styles have definitely influenced me as a composer, and he should definitely influence people and the next generations to come. I just wanted to say thank you for listening to my video. Once again, my name's Aidan Carey, and thank you.